I'll tell them everything they want to know about me. About me. That's it.
Molly's Game. That was terrific. I really enjoyed that movie. I think I would have voted for that to be on the top 10 if we had seen that before making our list. Based on a autobiography, it's about Molly Bloom, who was an ex-professional skier who ran high-stake poker games in the early 2000s for a very exclusive clientele.
Yes, very high stakes.
First buy-in, $250,000.
$250,000 just to start playing the game.
First buy.
What's the most you've ever seen on a table?
I don't know how much I can't remember how much I've ever seen in a hand, but I saw someone lose $100 million in a night.
$100 million in one night.
100 million. And he paid the next day.
This is, I believe, the directorial debut of Aaron Sorkin, who's, of course, been a writer for a number of years. He's known for this very specific type of writing. Everybody's always fast-talking, and you can definitely tell that it's an Aaron Sorkin script. Everybody sort of talks that way.
You're gonna stop paying me because I'm making too much money doing my second job, and if I say no, I'll lose both jobs because it doesn't seem fair?
Especially in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, the little introductory sequence.
Yeah, where she's monologuing her skiing accident.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the best movie openings that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, probably one of the better openings to a film in a long time.
The story, I mean, it's kind of by the numbers. It's like a rise and fall biopic. But I thought that the script and the acting were more than enough to carry it.
It falls in that subgenre that I like to call people that did something sketchy and then stuff happens. Now, this isn't the best movie in that category of films, I would
not by
say.
a long shot.
But it puts up a good fight.
Yeah.
From a perspective of narrative structure, the movie was really interesting. We got to have these really interesting flashbacks. We saw adolescent Molly, adult Molly, poker Molly, and it was all kind of interspersed throughout it all. The comedic timing was excellent as well.
Yeah.
Very well paced. The movie has a lot going for it, but unfortunately, just the ending felt very predictable and plain.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't really have much of a punch at the end.
Exactly, yeah. But, I mean, it is based on a true story, so I get it that that's what actually happened.
I did think the editing was a little bit scattershot in places.
A bit haphazard, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't terribly edited, but there were definitely some scenes that stood out as foregoing continuity for good takes, yeah.
As for the cast, I thought Jessica Chastain was pretty great in the role. She plays a character who's sort of always implying the moral high ground in like everything that she does and says. That kind of character usually comes off as annoying to me, but she does it while coming off as cool and not obnoxious.
I'm about to be charged in federal court.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, I guess you're right. She didn't feel very holier than thou or anything.
Exactly.
It explored some elements that I didn't expect it to.
Yeah.
It wasn't only about her crimes, but it was about her becoming who she was. We got to examine the character, see where she's coming from with her past, with her parents and her family.
Idris Elba was good. He's sort of the other main character in the framing narrative, alongside Molly, of course.
His performance was probably my favorite in the film.
Okay.
He was really good. He has a couple of monologues where he gets really impassioned.
Why are you in this alone? Where are the people you're protecting by not telling the whole story?
He isn't in a ton of the movie, but I thought Michael Cera was hilarious.
Yeah, I like Michael Cera a lot.
He plays a sort of a card shark. This isn't the kind of role he typically plays, but I thought he did it convincingly.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad to see him trying to break out of the pigeonhole he's been shoved into.
Yeah.
So, as a big driving point of the story, Molly doesn't give up any names other than ones that were given up by somebody else.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people that were cast as the players in her poker games who were either dressed or made up to look like some very familiar people.
Oh, possibly.
Yes.
This is a true story, but except for my own, I've changed all the names.
Something that I felt may have hindered my enjoyment of the film was I am not a poker player by any means. Many times in the movie, even though they were explained briefly what some of the terms mean, it was done in passing, and then later on where you were laughing at a reference or at a moment that I was just like, I don't understand it.
It was nice that the intricacies of the poker hands that you see are actual things that you would see happen in poker. Whereas, take a movie like Casino Royale. When I first saw that movie, I had no idea how to play poker, and I thought the poker scenes were amazing. Like, that was the best part of the movie. And then after I learned how to play poker, I went back and watched that movie again, and they're all playing so terribly, and it kind of breaks my immersion completely.
That's hilarious.
I have a feeling this will be up for a few Oscars. in a couple months.
Yeah, for sure.
Best adapted screenplay and best female actor in a leading role for Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, yeah.
The costume designer deserves an Oscar.
Oh
for
yes,
this.
Idris Elba had a really nice tie.
Oh yeah, no, Idris Elba's tie had me transfixed
Yes.
the entire movie.
I thought it was a perfectly good movie. I'm glad that the typically garbage month of January has the leftover films from 2017.
The leftover Oscar bait that only got limited releases for 2017.
Exactly. But this, this is not just a plain Oscar bait movie. There's actually
No, it's not The Post.
No, it is not The Post. Overall, perfectly fine film. If you're looking for a good movie with some intense moments, a little bit of levity here and there, an interesting story that's executed in a nice way, I would say, yeah, definitely check it out. It's a well-crafted film. Give it a watch.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks very much for watching ɓseSHən. If you like this video, please leave a comment and hit the thumbs up button, and maybe consider subscribing too if you really liked it. We have lots of other content on this channel as well, so be sure to come back and check that out. And until next time, thank you for watching and take care.